Welcome to Success Path Academy. The following questions are about light and sound, how light travels, reflection, refraction, sound waves. These questions cover key concepts such as wave properties, speed, color, reflection, refraction, echoes, and more. Which travels faster, sound or light? Answer: light. Can light travel through a vacuum, space with no substance? Answer: yes. What is the speed of light in a vacuum? Answer: about 186,000 miles per second. What is the speed of sound in air? Answer: about 1,100 feet per second. What type of wave is light? Answer: electromagnetic wave. What type of wave is sound? Answer: mechanical wave. What type of particles make up light? Answer: photons. What is it called when light bounces off a surface? Answer: reflection. What is it called when light bends as it passes from one material to another? Answer: refraction. What is the bending of light around a barrier called? Answer: diffraction. What do we call a material that lets all light pass through? Answer: transparent. What do we call a material that lets some light through but scatters it? Answer: translucent. What do we call a material that blocks all light? Answer: opaque. What is the term for the straight path that light travels? Answer: ray. What color of light has the longest wavelength? Answer: red. What color of light has the shortest wavelength? Answer: violet. What happens to light when it passes from air into water? Answer: it slows down and bends, refracts. What is a lens? Answer: a transparent object that refracts light. What does a convex lens do to light rays? Answer: brings them together, converges. What does a concave lens do to light rays? Answer: spreads them apart, diverges. What is a prism? Answer: a transparent object that splits white light into colors. What are the primary colors of light? Answer: red, green, blue. What color do you get when you mix all primary colors of light? Answer: white 7. What color do you get when you mix all primary colors of paint? Answer: brown or black. What is the visible spectrum? Answer: the range of colors we can see. What is a shadow? Answer: an area where light is blocked. Why can't you see around corners? Answer: light travels in straight lines. What is the law of reflection? Answer: the angle of incidence equals the angle of reflection. What is an example of refraction in everyday life? Answer: a straw looking bent in a glass of water. What is the term for the splitting of white light into colors by a prism? Answer: dispersion. What is a mirror? Answer: a smooth surface that reflects light. What is the image formed by a flat mirror called? Answer: virtual image. What is the image formed by a concave mirror called? Answer: real or virtual image, depending on object position. What device uses lenses to magnify small objects? Answer: microscope. What device uses mirrors and lenses to view distant objects? Answer: telescope. What is the main source of light for Earth? Answer: the sun. What is the phenomenon when light is absorbed and then re-emitted as a different color? Answer: fluorescence. What is the unit for measuring the brightness of light? Answer: lumen. What is a laser? Answer: a device that emits a narrow, intense beam of light. What is the difference between laser light and flashlight light? Answer: laser light is one wavelength and very focused. What is the main reason you see your reflection in a mirror? Answer: light bounces directly back to your eyes. What happens to light when it hits a rough surface? Answer: it scatters in many directions. What is total internal reflection? Answer: when all light is reflected inside a material. What is the color of an object that reflects all wavelengths of light? Answer: white. What is the color of an object that absorbs all wavelengths of light? Answer: black. What is the color of an apple that reflects only red light? Answer: red. Why does a red shirt look red? Answer: it reflects red light and absorbs other colors. What is a rainbow? Answer: light refracted and reflected by raindrops. What is a fiber optic cable? Answer: a cable that transmits light signals for communication. What is the electromagnetic spectrum? Answer: the range of all types of electromagnetic waves. The next set of questions are on sound waves. What is sound? Answer: vibrations that travel through a medium. What type of wave is sound? Answer: longitudinal wave. Through which medium does sound travel fastest, solid, liquid, or gas? Answer: solid. Can sound travel through a vacuum? Answer: no. What is the unit for measuring sound frequency? Answer: Hertz Hz. What is the unit for measuring sound loudness? Answer: decibel, dB. What is pitch? Answer: how high or low a sound is. What is amplitude? Answer: the height of a wave, related to loudness. What is frequency? Answer: the number of waves per second. What is wavelength? Answer: the distance between two similar points on a wave. What is the speed of sound in air? Answer: about 343 meters per second, 1,100 feet per second. What is an echo? Answer: reflected sound wave. What is the Doppler effect? Answer: change in frequency or pitch as a sound source moves. What is resonance? Answer: when an object vibrates at its natural frequency. What is a tuning fork used for? Answer: producing a specific pitch. What is the range of human hearing? Answer: 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. What is ultrasound? Answer: sound waves above human hearing range to 20,000 Hz. What is infrasound? Answer: sound waves below human hearing range. What is a sonar? Answer: a device that uses sound waves to detect objects underwater. What is a megaphone used for? Answer: making sound louder. What is the main function of the ear? Answer: detecting sound waves. What part of the ear vibrates first when sound enters? Answer: eardrum. What is the cochlea? Answer: spiral-shaped part of the inner ear that senses sound. What is the main difference between music and noise? Answer: music has a regular pattern, noise is irregular. What is a sound wave's crest? Answer: the highest point. What is a sound wave's trough? Answer: the lowest point. What is interference? Answer: when two waves meet and combine. What is constructive interference? Answer: when waves add together to make a bigger wave. What is destructive interference? Answer: when waves cancel each other out. What is a standing wave? Answer: a wave that looks like it's not moving. What is a node? Answer: a point where there is no movement in a standing wave. What is an antinode? Answer: a point where the movement is greatest in a standing wave. What is the main reason your voice sounds different in helium? Answer: sound travels faster in helium, raising the pitch. What is reverberation? Answer, multiple echoes in a space. What is a decibel? Answer, a unit for measuring sound loudness. What is a medium? Answer, material through which a wave travels. What is a mechanical wave? Answer, a wave that needs a medium to travel through. What is a transverse wave? Answer, a wave that moves perpendicular to the direction of travel. What is a longitudinal wave? Answer, a wave that moves parallel to the direction of travel. What is a rarefaction? Answer, the part of a sound wave where particles are spread apart. What is compression in a sound wave? Answer, the part where particles are close together. What is diffraction? Answer, bending of waves around obstacles. Why can you hear around corners but not see around corners? Answer, sound waves diffract more than light waves. What is the main cause of hearing loss? Answer, damage to the inner ear from loud sounds. What is the main way to protect your hearing? Answer, avoid loud noises and wear ear protection. What is the difference between analog and digital sound? Answer, analog is continuous, digital is in steps. What is a sound barrier? Answer, the speed at which sound travels in air. What happens when an object moves faster than sound? Answer, it creates a sonic boom. What is the main use of ultrasound in medicine? Answer, imaging inside the body. What is the main use of sonar in submarines? Answer, detecting objects underwater.